Hey everyone, just wanted to say hello and share a video with you breaking down the Trump token and the ways that I capitalized it with my trading method that I talk about inside of the Consistent Profits Blueprint that is totally available to you. So we're going to be breaking down this token today. Now, this wasn't the case where you had to just try to chase it or think that, maybe you saw it late, or like me, I thought it was actually a scam, that his account on X got hacked, but there were plenty of opportunities to still trade it. And now this was using my secondary strategy, but it worked out really, really well. One of the last trades we actually took on it actually used my original strategy. So yeah, it was a beautiful trade, showing that whether it is a momentum stock that we're trading or a meme coin, that we can still apply the same properties to it to capitalize on trades. Doesn't matter if we're late to it. We look for out entries and solid setups. So I'm going to be breaking this down here with you all. So my broker that I use for trading crypto primarily is actually Blowfin. They're really good, doesn't require KYC, very, very easy to get set up. And you can see here on this chart, I was actually looking at the Trump token when it was hovering in this range. I actually was able to get my buys in the, let's say it was the $25 range, low 25s. So I was actually looking at this on a 5-minute chart over here, and I was seeing that we had, first off, we had this breakout over here. We were kind of solidifying our range above the 23s. This actually had a perfect retest. So if you were early, you could have caught this break and retest. As far as looking at our method goes, I saw that there were some candles on the 5-minute chart that were showing a little range and consolidation before this next move higher. We were retesting this after this breakout to mid 34s. So I'll use these horizontal lines, and I like to see where there is red candles before a bullish engulfing candle. So we see this green candle engulfs this one because this red candle over here closes underneath this green candle. And then we have another breakout here, retested, and then it comes back up. Really liking this range here from 25 down to 24. So it's a nice solid range. It's about 5%, which is great. So I've got my buys, 25, 30s, 25, in case it comes down the whole dollar range. I'm just a little bit below this, 24.69 or so. And then down to like 24.20, in case it clips the bottom and comes back. Sure enough, we got this move here, 25, 30s, and then makes a move up to the 29s. So actually hit a 20% move there. Really, really nice. Now, there's another potential gain here that obviously if you held a bit longer, I actually took this one overnight, and I'm going to go ahead and delete everything. This has turned out to be a really, really nice setup for us. Definitely pay attention here. So later on, if this demand zone has already been tested and it doesn't break out, then what we're going to go ahead and do is see where we have our next low before we're in a range of consolidation. So this is kind of the secondary strategy here. So I can see over here that we kind of form, oopsies, not looking at Melania, we're just sticking to the president. Okay, this might even look better on the 15-minute. I think I was looking there. Yeah, we'll go back to the 5-minute because it does show up. So we wanted to see, yeah, we want to take a look at this candle right here, because this is kind of a bottoming area before we see a move higher. You see this come down here, test this low, and then we form this range here, which obviously for any of you who look at technical analysis and chart patterns, this can be interpreted even as an inverse head and shoulders. So we have a shoulder here, we have the inverse head, and then we have another shoulder here. And then we come up, kind of test this area, forms a higher low from this area. It's still lower than this area. It hasn't quite clipped here. So we're looking to see if we can get a little bit of a bounce. And since I had made some profit on the earlier trade, I was like, I'm just going to set an amount that even if I lose, I'm only really risking some profits. So this wasn't a huge amount, but I was looking for a larger gain. And so I look here, testing from this candle down to this candle. This is about a 10% candle here. But if we go ahead and let's go ahead and delete some of this stuff too. I have some of my fibs up. We can now look at this line right here, the range of this candle. You see, yeah, because it literally lines up perfectly, at least for that top area. And I had a much smaller entry because I'm laddering my bids down. So I had gotten this at 24.30, I think I put my entry, and then down to 22.50s, and I was going to put a stop under 22. So I'm risking about $2 almost, and have my entries, and then I let this go overnight. Literally, by the time I wake up, it's already like close to 50, and I was like, it could keep going, but I'm going to sell out because that already is a 100% move overnight. So I like this because even if we look at this on a slightly bigger time frame, I know I gave you the kind of the 5-minute head and shoulders over here. You can actually zoom out even further. This becomes still as the bottom head. Then we have this whole area as one of the shoulders, and then this is one of the other shoulders. Yes, it does break down a little bit below this area. This is also the case where we're looking at a meme coin that is being fueled by an incoming president who brings a ton of speculation into the market. Advertising himself as the first crypto president. They're talking about a 3-year plan to release more tokens over time. I don't see this one being this like crazy pump and dump. I mean, we saw $25 billion go into this coin, I believe, in 24, 30 hours. So this one ended up being the biggest gainer for this trade and worked out really, really well. So awesome trade there. Now, third trade we're going to look at is going back into previous demand zone. As I'm looking, as the chart is forming, we're looking now for larger time frames where we have more conviction in a demand zone. So these are actually my favorite kind of trade because I have more evidence to really support myself. So what I see here is we had this big breakout now over this area, 34.30s. Then it continues marching up higher. And what we have is another demand zone over here. We can put this over here, and we see that we were able to clip some entries in these below, well, 37.37 was kind of the low here. But I started setting some entries 39s down to 35s. So there's a little bit more than a 10% gap. But I wanted to still just be, conservative. I already had 2 winners on this, so not risking as much. But I was like, if it goes below 35, I'm out of here. So I took some entries in 39s, 38s, had some entries below that, down 36s, down to the 35s. I was able to get 2 entries here. And then we made a sharp move up higher, and I was able to scale out of this in the high 40s. So I'm risking here $4, and I'm gaining $6-7. That's excellent risk to reward. Much faster trade. These are hourly candles. I think it took me about an hour plus to make my move out of there, fully scale out. So these are some ways that you can really leverage technical analysis. People are laughing on the internet. Hey, you're trying to use TA on these crypto coins. There's no point to it, or people just shouting because it's this market cap is going to go here, and just really trying to embrace this like pump mentality or making people FOMO into it. And I'm calling BS on it. You can use technical analysis. You can find ways, even if you think you're late to the party, to actually just set yourself up for the next round of trades. Patience is one factor on it. Having a strategy that works consistently is the other piece of it. So shoot me a message if you found some good trades on the Trump coin that you are proud of, or if you see the value in this type of strategy. If you have any questions about it, I'm going to leave a link to Blowfin if you're looking for an account to be able to trade these type of crypto coins, as well as my consistent profits blueprint. If you'd like to go ahead and check it out, I'm running a special now where it's only $24 where you get lifetime access to the blueprint. You get a full map of how to utilize the strategy. If you find that your trading is not improving in 7 days, I will give you a full refund plus $24 for wasting your time. But my hope is that it works out really well for you. We've also got a trading community on Facebook that I'm going to show you right now, where we are talking about trading, posting setups in here for stocks, for crypto, so that you can really learn and have a community to learn with. If any of this is helpful, I'm here for you. I'd love to support you. I'm very passionate about helping traders become profitable, and I've had 100% success with it so far. So I would love to be able to support you, and hope you find this video useful today. Have a great one, and keep trading peacefully and profitably.